What's going on, guys? Battle Nation's Emperor here, back today with another video. And today, guys, we are back in the sandbox, just exploring around, and we're on a very small map. As you can see, this is the entire map. This is Sundale. It's a small little village within the main Battle Nations game, and we're just going to be editing around, playing in it in today's small video, where we're going to be talking about something pretty unique that most Battle Nations vets, at least if you played the game long enough, will eventually have to go through. And that, of course, is the infamous, now honestly part of Battle Nations, the Wimp Grind. And that, let me tell you, either you love it or you hate it, but if you play Battle Nations seriously enough, we pretty much at all point will do it. So, for anybody new here, or for anybody who needs a quick refresher of Battle Nations, what is the Wimp Grind? Well, it simply states this. This guy right here is the Wimp. He is one of the worst units in the game. He does very little damage. He has 50 HP starting off, and he does a measly somewhere between 3 to 28 damage per attack. As you can tell, a pretty terrible unit, especially considering you unlock him at level 12. So, why would you ever use this piece of trash? Well, because of course, there's a gimmick behind him. If you are willing to train this guy up to max rank in Battle Nations, which is of course R6, he will then get 2 new attacks which turn him into the Hulk. And I'm not joking about that Hulk. He literally turns into a big muscular beast and just kills everything. So, very classic trope. One of the worst things in the world turning into one of the best. Think of it basically like Magikarp becoming Gyarados. That whole type of, trope, if you will. And yeah, he's freaking amazing. He's awesome. He's beautiful. He only costs gold. And he is probably going to be one of, if not just straight up, the most valuable units in the upcoming boss strikes. And by the way, if you need a guild or if you're looking for a guild, please consider checking the description down below and joining the Empire. All groups are welcomed. If you're a max player, you're more than welcome to join the main and compete with tier 10 for us. If you're a newer player and you play the game more casually, perfectly fine as well. We have mini feeder guilds that are just for fun as well. All that saying is, no matter what, if you need a guild, competitive, casual, no matter what, please consider joining the Empire. We would love to have you. But with that out of the way, yes, wimps will be extremely freaking important for boss strikes. They will be either one of, if not the most valuable units on the field. So, begs the question, we probably want R6. Then you got to go through that R6 grind. And that brings us to today's topic. How do you get through that grind? How do you get through that mess, fight through it, and just get R6? So, of course, I can't really give you any secrets. I wish I could give you some kind of, Konami code to immediately get R6 wimps with both their abilities unlocked. That would be freaking sweet. But unfortunately, that isn't what I have to offer. But what I can offer is just some ways to grind this down. And one last thing before we jump into today's video, I have to give a shout out to Jack's Attack on our Discord. This idea comes directly from him. He gave this to us in a suggestion on the Battle Nations Empire Discord server, the one I was just talking about in the description below. So here's his Instagram. He asked for it to be shout out. Looks pretty cool. So just wanted to give him a shout out on Instagram as well at jax.rich, I believe. And again, here it is on screen. And yeah, with all that being said, let's jump right in to Tactic 1. Wait till you are max level. Now, if you're coming back to Battle Nations and one of the things you remember definitively is R6 wimps, you might be tempted to, as soon as you unlock level 12, to just immediately rush for those bad boys. Well, I unfortunately have some bad news. Besides one, SP grind is just going to be a lot slower, along with gold, as you know, we kind of already knew. You're going to eventually get locked out. If not by the bars at rank 5, because you need a bunch of bars to get them to rank 5, more realistically, by the laurels at rank 6. That, unfortunately, really is only obtained by defeating the Ancient Construct, which, you can only do later into the game. You can't really do that at level 12, unfortunately. And, yeah, that would definitely be my first piece of advice. If you really just remember wimps and you desperately want wimps, try to speedrun your game as fast as possible. And I can make a video on that as well. Let me know if you guys would like a video on speedrunning the game as quickly as possible. I could certainly do that. But yeah, that's my first piece of advice for max out wimps. As cool as they are, as fun as they are, either wait till you are near max level or max level to get them. I'd say the sweet spot is between level 30 to 46. 46, of course, being right now the max level as I'm recording this video. But if you're somewhere between there, at least level 30 going upwards, closer you are to max the better, then you can start going for wimps. So, very simple enough. Just wait till you can get more resources and more SP for a fight. Fair enough. What's 2? Part 2, get a buddy. Now, you are going to be, no matter how you do it, whether you do it at trunk space, whether you decide to, take care of raptors, boars, and mammoths on the world map for, gold, whether you decide to fight through the campaign, no matter how you decide to rank up your R6 wimps, you're going to be sitting through hours upon hours upon hours of quite literally nothing changing. And when I say nothing changing, I mean you're going to be staring at a brick wall and just doing the exact same cycle over and over again. It is going to be deathly annoying. You're probably going to go insane. So how do you prevent that? Simple. You grab some of your buddies, whether that be, some close friends you have, or hey, maybe you say, I only really play Battle Nations alone and don't really have that many close friends. That's fine. Again, I'm sorry if this seems like I'm trying to plug it. I swear it has so many useful stuff and it's free to join. Join the Discord Empire server down below. We have a whole channel called Wimp Tag, and the entire idea behind Wimp Tag is this. Hey, I'm farming wimps. I'm pretty bored. Are you farming wimps? That's cool. Let's talk about it. And that's the entire concept. So again, you don't have to be a part of the Empire to join it. Even if you're part of another guild, you can, just join in to say hi, just join in to use Wimp Tag, whatever is at your best use. But yeah, would highly recommend using Wimp Tag or a similar service like that, or just calling up a buddy you trust and just talking it out. I have a few friends who I can call and I know I'll talk to them for literally multiple hours. Just call one of them up, talk with them, or jump on the Discord, jump on Wimp Tag, and just leave a message being like, hey, I'm bored. Anybody up, for just some wimp grinding? And, just comment your experience. Also, just mark it down because, if you take screenshots and post them in the Discord, you'll be able to come back, look at them. People will be able to, comment how cool you are wimp grinding. And it's just a whole fun little experience. So, would highly recommend checking out either Wimp Tag or getting a buddy along at the very least to help you through the process because, yes, it can get pretty tiresome deep in there. So you certainly need Wimp Tag or a system like it with just a buddy there to help you out. And thirdly, on the Wimp Grind strategy to make it a little bit easier, we have spending where you can. Now, what do I mean by this? Simple. Let's say you get your first rank on Wimps. Awesome, that's sweet. You go ahead and upgrade them. It's 4 hours. Well, you can wait that one out. I mean, it's freaking 4 hours, It's not the shortest wait time in the world, but that isn't that long, right? But let's say you're at the final one. You've done all the work, all the progress, everything, and you're finally there. You upgrade it, and then it says, okay, give us 2 days and you'll have R6 wimps. When you're waiting for that, those 2 days can feel like 2 decades. It can feel like the time it took Battle Nations to come back to the App Store and Android Store. Those 2 days when you're waiting for those Max and 6 wimps feel like an eternity, I can tell you. However, you must be patient. And again, I know that's so hard because out of any time you would ever spend 48 nanopods to rush a timer, it would probably be there. And if you're that serious about it, by all means, power to you. However, I would ask, just please be rational about it and think about it like this. You could spend those 48 nanopods to rush it quickly, or you could use those 48 nanopods to come over here, save up, and obviously it's going to be more than 48 nanopods, but come over here, buy an advanced hospital, and now, if you're assuming you don't already have an advanced hospital, now you have 2 hospitals. You have the advanced hospital and the regular hospital. All of that to say simply this. Please be smart. I know it can be very tempting to just splurge on nanopods, gold, or other precious resources on the Wimp Grind. I was very close to spending the 48 nanopods myself to just immediately get wimps, instantly on my max count and then do the exact same thing for the mover timer, which, by the way, the mover timer, if you do, isn't as bad. It's only 2 hours and 24 minutes, so 3 nanopods if you literally did it on the spot. But if you're willing to wait those 24 minutes, then it's only 2 hours, 2 nanopods. That's not bad at all. I can understand not wanting to wait those 2 hours for a mere 2 nanopods. So yeah, despite the hassle of it, despite how intense it might get, please, please, please be safe with your nanopods as always and value your resources, because you would not believe the amount of people who will throw away everything just to get R6 wimps when they're in the thick of it. And finally, tip 4, and this is honestly, I would say, the most important. It's literally what I see if people complete this challenge or not, or if they just, get bored and kind of walk away. And that is, truly enjoy it. Now, what the heck do I mean by that? That sounds stupid. That sounds like the most Disney cliche ending of all time. Let me explain. So, Nobody really likes sitting through R6 Wimp per se. You know, going through that, maybe the first hour it's charming, maybe the second hour it's cute. But when you've been doing it for like 18 hours, you're around the 18th hour of it, yeah, it's no longer cute, it's no longer funny. You just want it to be done. But at the end of the day, you got to remember this. Do you truly want to do this? Because honestly, you don't have to. I mean, if you want to play Battle Nations and be a max player, you're very much inclined to get R6 wimps, but it's very much going to happen gradually over time. If you don't rush for it, it will slowly but surely happen over time. And even better than that, it's just going to naturally occur. You know, unlike all your friends who have gone through a long grind, you'll just get it naturally. And yes, it may take you several more months or maybe even a year to get it over your friends, but at least it won't have been a process for them, right? My biggest fear is, because I remember this happening so many times back in the day, is I don't want people to think they have to do the Wimp Grind to play Battle Nations and then feel forced to do it, get burnt out by Battle Nations, and then just drop the game. Because that would happen so many cases. I thankfully haven't seen that yet coming back, but in OG Battle Nations, that happened all the freaking time. If you guys hate the concept of Wimp Grinding and you just really don't want to do it, don't force yourself to do this, man. It's a game. It's all for our fun. At the end of the day, we're just trying to chill, have some fun, right? So if you don't like it, don't feel pressured into it. Do it naturally. And just please don't ruin the magic of Battle Nations over something like a silly Wimp Grind, you know? And yeah, guys, that will just about do it for today's video. Again, had to give a shout out to jax.rich on Instagram and, of course, on the Imperial Discord server for suggesting this amazing video topic. And if you have an amazing video topic, please feel free to join our Discord and suggest it over there as well. Just please, after you leave it, if you'd like me to shout out something beside your Discord, leave your social that you'd like shout out as well, just like jax.rich did. And yeah, with all that being said, that will just about do it for us today, guys. I thought this was a fun little concept. It's something that, again, we all go through and think about, so just thought I would, make a little video on it. Again, just be smart about it. Find something to do in the pastime. Try to do Wimp Tag if you can with a friend. Please don't burn through your premium resources like nanopods and other high-tier resources. And finally, make sure you enjoy it. Don't do it just because you feel you have to. It's a video game. We're supposed to have fun here. And yeah, guys, that should do it for us. If you are still watching, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching this very silly little video on Wimp Grind and me messing up Sundale with the sandbox. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider dropping a like down below and subscribing to the channel if you are new. And yeah, guys, with all that being said, that will do it for us today. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a great rest of your day. Man, we really did just mess up Sundale, did we? Also, I really hope this is Sundale, or otherwise I've just been butchering the name the whole video.